Lamentations chapter 1 The Desolation of Jerusalem. How solitary sit the city once filled with the people. She who was great among the nations is now like a widow. Once princess among the provinces, now a toiling slave. She weeps incessantly in the night, her cheeks damp with tears. She has no one to comfort her from all her lovers. Her friends have all betrayed her and become her enemies. Judah has gone into exile after oppression and harsh labor. She dwells among the nations, yet finds no rest. All her pursuers overtake her in the narrow streets. The road to Zion mourn, empty of the pilgrim to her feast. All her gateways are desolate, her priests groan. Her young woman grieves, her lot is bitter. Her foes have come out on top, her enemies are secure, because the Lord has afflicted her for her many rebellions. Her children have gone away captive before the foe. From daughter Zion has gone all her glory. Her princes have become like lambs that find no pastures. They have gone up exhausted before their pursuers. Jerusalem remembers in day of the wretched homelessness all the precious things she once had in days gone by. But when her people fell into the hands of the foe and she had no help, her foes looked on and laughed at her collapse. Jerusalem has sinned grievously, therefore she has become a mockery. Those honors her now demean her. For they saw her nakedness, she herself groaned out aloud and turns away. Her uncleanness is on her skirt, she has not thought of the futures. Her downfall is astonishing, with no one to comfort her. Look around at my misery, how the enemy triumphs. The foe stretched out his hand to all her precious things. She has seen the nation enter her sanctuaries. Those you forbade to come into your assemblies. All the people groan searching for bread, they give their precious things for food to retain the breath of their life. Look aloud and pay attention to how I have been demeaned. Come all pass by the way, pay attention and see, is there any pain like my pains, which has been ruthlessly inflicted upon me, with which the Lord has tormented me on the day of his blessing last? From on high he hurled fire down into my very bones. He spread out a net for my feet and turned me back. He has left me desolate in misery all day long. The yoke of my rebellion is bound together, fastened by his hand. His yoke is upon my neck. He has made my strength fail. The Lord has delivered me into the grip of those I cannot resist. All my valiant warriors my Lord has cast away. He proclaimed a feast against me to crush my young men. My Lord has trodden in the winepress of virgin daughter Judah. For these things I weep, my eyes, they stream with tears. How far from me is anyone to comfort, anyone to restore my life? My children are desolate, the enemy has prevailed. Zion stretched out her hands with no one to comfort her. The Lord has ordered against Jacob his foes all around. Jerusalem has become in their midst a thing unclean. The Lord is in the right. I had defied his command. Listen, all your peoples, and see my pains. My young woman and young men have gone into captivity. I cried out to my lovers, but they failed me. My priests and my elders perished in the city. How desperately they searched for food to save their lives. Look aloud at the anguish I suffer, my stomach churns. Look aloud at the anguish I suffer, my stomach churns, and my heart recalls within me how bitter I am. Outside the sword bitter lives, indoors there is death. Hear how I am growing, there is no one to comfort me. All my enemies hear of my misery and rejoice over what you have done. Bring on the day you proclaimed, and let them become like me. Let all their evil come before you and deal with them, as you have not ruthlessly dealt with me for all my rebellions. My groans are many, my heart is sick. Lamentations chapter 2, Lord arrest and Zion ruin. How the Lord in his arrest has overhauled the door of Zion, casting down from heaven to earth the glory of the Israel, not remembering his footstool on the day of his last. The Lord has devoured without pity all of the Jacob dwellings. In his fury he has raised the door of Judah defenses, has brought to the ground in dishonor a kingdom and its princes. In brazen arrest he cut down entirely the horn of the Israel. He withdrew the support of the right hand when the enemy approached. He burned against Jacob like a blazing fire that consumed everything in its path. He bent his bow like an enemy, the arrow in his right hand, like a foe he killed all those held precious. On the tent of the door of Zion he poured out his wrath like a fire. The Lord has become the enemy, he has devoured Israel, devoured all its strongholds, destroyed its defenses, multiplied the mourning and the groaning throughout the door of Judah. He laid waste his booths like a garden, destroyed his shrine. The Lord has brought out in Zion a feast day and Sabbath, has gone in fears less king and priest. The Lord has rejected his altar, spurned his sanctuaries. He has handed over to the enemy the wall of its strongholds. They shout in the house of the Lord as one feast day. The Lord was bent on destroying the wall of the door of Zion. He stretched out the measuring line, did not hesitate to devour, brought grip on the rampart on the wall till both succumbed. Her gate sank into the ground. He smashed her bars to bits. Her king and her princes are among the nations. Instruction is wanting, even her prophet do not obtain any vision from the Lord. The elder of the door of Zion sit silently on the ground. They cast the dust on their heads and dress in sackcloth. The young women of the Jerusalem bow their heads to the ground. My eyes are spanned with tears, my stomach churns, my bile is poured out on the ground at the brokenness of the door of my peoples. As children and infants collapse in the street of the town. They cry out to their mothers, "Where is the bread and wine?" as they faint away like the wounded in the street of the city, as their life is poured out in their mothers' arms. To what can I compare you? To what can I liken you, O dear Jerusalem? What example can I give in order to comfort you, virgin daughter Zion? For your breach is as vast as the sea. Who could heal you? Your prophet provided your vision of the whitewashed illusion. They did not lay bare your guilt in order to restore your fortunes. They serve for your own oracle of empty deceit. All who pass by on the road clap their hands at you. They hiss and wag their heads over Jerusalem. Is it the city they used to call perfect in beauty and the joy of all the earth? They open their mouths against you, all your enemies. They hiss and gnash their teeth, saying, "You have devoured her. How we have waited for this day. We have lived to see it." The Lord has done what He planned. He has fulfilled the threat decreed from days of old, destroying without pity. He let the enemy gloat over you and exalt the horn of your foes. Cry out to the Lord from your heart, wall up the door of Zion. Let your tears flow like a torrent day of the night. Give yourself no rest, no relief for your eyes. Rise away in the night at the start of every watch. Pour out your heart like water before the Lord. Lift up your hands to him for the lips of your children, who claps from hunger at the corner of every street. Look around and pay attention. To whom have you been so ruthless? Must women eat their own offspring, the very children they have born? Are priests and prophets to be slain in the sanctuary of the Lord? They lie on the ground in the street, young and old alike. Both my young woman and the young man are cut down by the sword. You kill them on the day of your wrath, slaughtered without pity. You summoned as to a feast day terrors on every side. On the day of the Lord, alas, none survived or escaped. Those I have born and nurtured, my enemy has utterly destroyed. Lamentations chapter 3, the voice of the suffering individual. I am one who has known affliction under the load of the God angers, one whom he has driven and forced to walk in darkness, not in a light. Against me alone he turns his hand again and again all day long. He has worn away my flesh and my skin. He has broken my bones. He has besieged me all around with poverty and hardship. He has left me to dwell in dark places like those long dead. He has hemmed me in with no escape, weighed me down with chains. Even when I cried for help, he stopped my prayer. He has hemmed in my ways with fitted stones and made my paths crooked. He has been a bear lying in wait for me, a lion in hiding. He turned me aside, tore me apart, leaving me ravished. He bent his bow and set me up as a target for his arrows. He pierced my kidneys with a shout from his quiver. I become a laughing stock to all my people. They are taunt all day long. He has sated me with the bitterness, filled me with the warm woods. He has made me eat gravel, trampled me into the dust. My life is deprived of peace. I have forgotten what happiness is. My enduring hope, I said, has perished before the Lord. The thought of my wretched homelessness is wormwood and poison. Remembering it over and over, my soul is downcast. But this I will call to mind, therefore I will hope. The Lord act of the mercy are not exhausted, his compassion is not spent. They are renewed each morning, great is your faithfulness. The Lord is my portion, I tell myself, therefore I will hope in him. The Lord is good to those who trust in him, to one that seek him. It is good to hope in silence for the Lord's deliverance. It is good for a person when young to bear the yoke, to sit alone and in silence when its weight lies heavy, to put one's mouth in the dust, there may yet be hope, to offer one cheek to be struck, to be filled with disgrace. For the Lord does not reject forever. Though he brings grief, he takes pity according to the abundance of his mercy. He does not willingly afflict or bring grief to the human beings. That someone trample underfoot all the prisoner in the land, or deny justice to anyone in the very sight of the Most High, or subvert a person a lawsuit, does the Lord not see? Who speak so that it comes to pass unless the Lord commands it? Is it not at the word of the Most High that both good and bad take place? What should the living complain about their sins? Let us search and examine our ways and return to the Lord. Let us lift up our heart as well as our hands toward God in heaven. You have rebelled and been obstinate. You have not forgiven us. You left yourself in arrest and pursued us, killing without pity. You left yourself in a cloud which no prayer could pierce. You have made us fierce and lowest among the peoples. They have opened their mouths against us, all our enemies. Panic and the pit have been our lot, desolation and destruction. My eyes stream with tears over the destruction of the daughter of my peoples. My eyes will flow without ceasing, without rest, until the Lord from heaven looks down and sees. I am tormented by the sight of the old daughter of my city. Without cause, my enemies snared me as though I were a bird. They tried to end my life in the pit, pelting me with stones. The waters flowed over my head, and I said, I am lost. I will call upon your name, O Lord, from the bottom of the pit. You heard me call, do not let your ear be deaf to my cry for help. You drew near on the day I called you. You said, do not fear. You plead my case, Lord. You redeemed my life. You say, Lord, how I am wronged. Do me justice. You see all their vindictiveness, all their plots against me. You hear their reproach, Lord, all their plots against me. The whisper, the murmuring of my adversaries against me all day long. Look, whether they sit or stand, I am the butt of their taunt. Give them what they deserve, Lord, according to their deeds. Give them hardness of the heart, your curse be upon them. Pursue them in arrest and destroy them from under the Lord's heaven. Lamentations chapter 4, Misery of the besieged city. How the gold has lost its lust, the noble metal changed. Jewels lie scattered at the corner of every street. And giant precious children worth their weight in gold, how they are treated like clay jugs, the work of any potter. Even jackals offer their breast to nourish their young, but the daughter of my people is as cruel as the ostrich in the wilderness. The tongue of the infant cleaves to the roof of its mouth in thirst. Children beg for bread, but no one gives them a piece. Those who feast on delicacies are abandoned in the street. Those who recline on crimson now embrace the dung heaps. The punishment of the daughter of my people surpassed the penalty of the Sodom, which was overthrown in an instant with no hand laid on it. Her princes were brighter than snow, whiter than milk, their body more ruddy than coral, their beauty like the sapphire. Now their appearance is blacker than soot. They go unrecognized in the street. Their skin has shrunk on their bones and become dry as wood. Better for those pierced by the sword than for those pierced by hunger. Better for those who bleed from wounds than for those who lack food. The hands of the compassionate woman have boiled their own children. They become their food when the daughter of my people was shattered. The Lord has exhausted his anger, poured out his blazing wrath. He has kindled a fire in Zion that has consumed her foundations. The king of the earth did not believe, nor any of the world's inhabitants. Therefore, our enemy could enter the gate of Jerusalem, except for the sin of the prophet and the crime of her priest, who pour out in the midst the blood of the just. They staggered blindly in the street, defiled with blood, so that people could not touch even their garments. Go away, unclean, they cried to them, away, away, do not touch. If they went away and wandered, if it would be said among the nations, they can no longer live here. The presence of the Lord was their portion, but he no longer looked upon them. The priests are shown no regard, the elders no mercy. Even now our eyes are worn out, searching in vain for help. From our watchtower we have watched for a nation unable to save. They dogged our every step. We could not walk in our scales. Our end drew near. Our time was up. Yes, our end had come. Our pursuers were swifter than eagles in the sky. In the mountain, they are hot on our trail. They ambushed us in the wilderness. The Lord anointed our very life breath was caught in their snares. He is unshaded with thought to live among the nations. Rejoice and glow, the daughter Edom, dwelling in the land of the Uz. The cup was passed to you as well. You shall become drunk and strip yourself naked. Your punishment is completed, the daughter Zion. The Lord will not prolong your exile. The Lord will punish your iniquity, and daughter Edom will lay bare your sins. Lamentations chapter 5, the community lament to the Lord. Remember, Lord, what has happened to us. Pay attention and see our disgrace. Our heritage is turned over to strangers, our homes to foreigners. We have become orphans without our fathers. Our mothers are like widows. We pay money to drink our own water. Our own wood comes at a price. With a yoke on our necks, we are driven. We are worn out, but allowed no rest. We extend a hand to Egypt and Assyria to satisfy our need of bread. Our ancestors who sinned are no more, but now we bear their guilt. Servants rule over us with no one to tear us from their hands. We risk our lives just to get bread, exposed to the desert heat. Our skin heat up like an oven from the searing blast of the famines. Women are raped in Zion, young women in the city of the Judah. Princes have been hanged by them, elders shown no respect. Young men carry millstones, boys stagger on the road of the woods. The elder have abandoned the gate, the young men their music. The joy of our heart has ceased, dancing has turned into mourning. The crown has fallen from our head. What to us that we sin? Because of this our heart grows sick, at this our eyes grow dim. Because of Mount Zion lying desolate and the jackals roaming there. But your Lord are enthroned forever, your throne stands from age to age. Why have you utterly forgotten us, forsaken us for so long? Bring us back to your Lord that we may return, renew our days as of old. For now you have indeed rejected us and utterly turned your wrath against us.